Shalom. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world inwardly calls God. Yahweh, meaning He exists. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai, meaning He delivers, He saves. Bahashem, in the name. Rakaha Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth, a risking their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathium, listen, learning, sincerity and truth and in silence. Shalom. Akyam meaning brothers, Akwathium meaning sisters, Shalom meaning peace be unto you. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin Camp here in Toronto with another lesson. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 17, it reads, "And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood up upon my feet, and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters," right? And this is Esdras, right? And the voice that spake was the voice of an angel, Yahweh Shem Shai, right? And it was like the sound of many waters. And it said, the voice, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh," right? When I will begin to draw nigh, right? The days are coming when the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai will begin to draw nigh to this earth and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, right? And how is the Lord going to visit? Ultimately leading to the missiles, thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles, but leading up into that time like no other, right? Jacob's trouble, food famines, right? Plagues, love of many waxing cold, joblessness, sown places appeared unsown, right? Homelessness, right? People bugging out, not knowing what to do. Teeth of wild beasts, sword, right? That's how the Lord visits, man. Right? And America the Great, Babylon the Great is being reserved for heavy calamities, man. Right? And seeing Walmarts close down, big box stores closing down, and homeless camps popping up right in the midst of a upscale, upper crust Edomites. That's the Lord visiting this place. Verse 19, "And will begin to make inquisition of them," right? Inquisition. You look in this word inquisition, it's a judicial inquiry, a judicial investigation, right? You Edomites, the Lord's making inquisition of you, you Edomites. "What they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness," right? Hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, man, right? Because of wicked dealings and injuries. Let me just get it before I butcher it. Sirach. Sirach 10. "Because of unrighteous dealings, riches got by deceit." Right? All these Edomites have done is ruled, raped, murdered, robbed, and stolen everything that they have. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. And it reads, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another," right? And the kingdom to come will be ruled in righteousness, right? You Edomites had your chance to rule. You Edomites don't know how to rule. It's all unrighteous. And riches got by deceit, right? Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 19. And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, right? Hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, man. Right? This place is built on rape, murder, and lies, robbery, deceit. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, right? We're going into the times where this captivity is going to be removed from off of us, Israelites. Israel being a people for a place, right? It says in Lamentations 4, verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, right? This is your heaven, this is your queendom, you Edomites. Rejoice and be glad, right? Live it up, right? And you're seeing the Lord start to visit you, right? Opioid abuse, tent cities, right? Right? Uh, big corporations having to close up and file for bankruptcy, right? The time of you living it up, the Most High is about to visit you. That dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. The cup, what's the cup? These curses, slavery, right? You're going to have to drink of this cup, man. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked, right? Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. You're being exposed and you have to drink of this cup. You're going to be drunk with this cup. You're going to be swimming in this cup. The cup being the curses, the cup being slavery, beginning with your elites, beginning with your banking families. And they know this. That's why they move and they know they have but a short time. That's why they're spraying chemtrails. That's why they're poisoning the food source. Right? That's why they had a campaign with Steph Curry fast break buzzer beaters. If you know, you know. Right? They know they have but a short time. That's why they're crashing this dollar. They got to bring in they got to bring in the grain of rice, the Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. And it's the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai putting the spirit on them to push forward with the M to the A to the R to the K. The C hip. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, right? No more captivity after this for the Israelites. Israel being a people for a place. You so-called indigenous, you so-called Latino, you so-called Negro, and speckled bird. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, right? You're about to drink of this cup, you Edomites. He will discover thy sins, right? So the time of living it up for you Edomites is about to come to an end. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, right? And this is talking about a time period. The word world here is eon. Esau's time, Esau's age. His time to rule, his heaven, right? And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, tokens being signs. The book shall be opened before the firmament, the book's knowledge, shall be opened before the firmament. The firmament is where the satellites are. It's talking about the internet. The satellites transmit the internet feeds, FaceTimes, YouTube, video epistles, Snapchats, social media. That's all through the internet. This knowledge came forth through the internet. When the elder apostles, beginning with the elder apostle, when they uploaded back in 2007 on YouTube, that was the beginning of the awakening, right? That was us all seeing together. And they shall see all together, right? The internet. Right? What does it say in Psalms 19? Psalm 19 and 2. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 2, and it reads, Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Right? Different time zones, different area codes. Where I'm at right now is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's night. Another time zone is day is broad daylight. Right? Our live feeds on our phone and alerts of Akim putting up videos is constantly going out. Verse 3, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard, right? All tongues, this word is being heard. Their line has gone out through all the earth, the internet, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, right? A tabernacle, a house for this knowledge. Right? Day unto day utter speech, all day, every day. Video epistles are being uploaded by various brothers throughout the four corners of the earth. Verse 21, and the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children. Right, and that's going into premature births. These are the times we're in. We're seeing these things. Of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up, right? And the technology exists where these premature children could be born real premature, and they still survive and they live. Verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, right? The sown places, the planted places, the crops, right? News reports of failing crops. California farmers said they lost everything. Potatoes not yielding in Idaho, right? The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. The full storehouses, these food distribution centers, grocery stores with empty shelves. We're in that time. We're seeing that. This is happening right now in real time. Food distribution centers being put to flames, lit on fire. We're seeing this right now. Right? The news clip, 3 Walmart centers being closed down. Right? And in the spirit, those places could be used for FEMA camps, man. Right? Them places are built like large holding cell centers, man. Right? They're all being closed down nationwide in America the Great. Verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound, right? Those air raid sirens. I was reading an article this morning, a video, Salakia, and Japan had air raid sirens going off because North Korea launched some missiles, man. These are the times we're in. Which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid, right? Afraid. Picture air raid sirens going off here in America the Great, Babylon the Great. And it will happen. It will happen. Because America the Great will be melted with thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles. Thus saith the scriptures. Verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one another like enemies. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, right? And why are they going to fight each other like enemies? Lack of resources. Limited resources. Lack of food. Lack of water. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, right? Everyone will be in it. It's going to be a vibration of fear. Scripture say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Only the elect are going to be stable in those days, man. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. Water problems, right? I read an article yesterday where Congress is proposing uh, to put restrictions on water because the Colorado River is running low. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run, right, for a specific time. Water problems. We're about to enter into some times where food, water, scarce, and people are going to bug out. People are going to commit violence against one another. All hell is going to break loose. This dollar's collapsing to usher in the Fed now, which will usher in the CBDC, which will usher in the CHIP, the Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. Joblessness, which is going to lead to what? Foreclosures, hunger, and violence. Verse 25, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee, right? Whosoever remaineth from these times that are coming. And Lord willing, we're of that number, the elect, the hopeful elect, shall escape, right? The come up hither, the chariots, the first fruits. Lord willing, we are of that number. And see my salvation and the end of your world, right? The end of Esau's kingdom, Esau's age, Esau's time. So with that, I pray you're edified. Adawan Ratazah. Shalom to the hopeful elect.